Hi everyone, I'm Meg Tucker from Cook with Meg, and today we are celebrating two of my favorite things, Cinqo de Mayo and deviled eggs. We're gonna twist them up. We're gonna give them a bit of a street corn deviled egg feel. Really easy to make. Follow along. All right, so I've got my hard-boiled eggs peeled and cut in half. You guys can see they are here. Deviled eggs have really made a resurgence. They're like super in style and trendy now, and you find them on restaurants. We just went to Vegas back when the world could travel, and they were on almost every menu, but like fancy versions. So I've just popped the yolks out of my egg whites, and I've got them into a bowl where I'm just using a fork to quickly press that together. So now I have my egg yolks that have been popped out of the whites, mashed and in a bowl. So now I just need to add the usual suspects to make the deviled egg filling. So I'm gonna start with about 2 tablespoons of mayo. Give that a little bit of a toss, a little bit of a mix. I'm gonna do a pinch of salt. And if you find that you need more mayo, I always feel like I rather would start with less, and then I can always add more. And I have done 12 eggs, so 6 eggs rather, which gives you 12 deviled eggs. So into the pool it goes. Now, how are we going to make this a little bit twisted up to make it befitting of Cinqo de Mayo, you ask? Well, I have a tiny bit of lemon juice. We're gonna pour in just about 1/8 of a teaspoon of the lemon juice. I have a little bit of salsa. So I'm going to pour in, grab another spoon. We're gonna put in about a teaspoon of salsa. We have some chili powder, so just a pinch, because this one is quite spicy. And then we have a little bit of crumbled feta. Obviously for Cinqo de Mayo, if you can get your hands on COTIJA cheese, that would be like a crumbled, almost like a feta. So there we go. We've got our filling together. It smells so good in here. It smells like a little bit of salsa, a little bit of Mexico, a little bit of chili powder using the different chilies. And here's where it gets super simple. We're going to take a Ziploc, just a regular sandwich bag, a plastic sandwich storage bag. We're gonna turn it a little bit inside out, and we're gonna place it just into a mixing bowl. This kind of gives you a little bit of stability to work with, and we're gonna open it up, and then we're gonna take a spatula, remove that spoon. Using a spatula, we're gonna get that into the sandwich bag, like so. Nothing fancy about what we're doing here. But watch. You can also put this into like a Pyrex measuring cup, because then it actually fits perfectly. So depending on how many eggs you're doing, you're going to take your sandwich bag. You can use a piping bag, but you don't have to when you've got a sandwich bag. I'm gonna show you the first couple. You're just gonna take your sandwich bag, snip the end off, move this out of the way, bring our deviled egg plate to us, and then we're gonna start piping the filling into these beautiful babes. So you've got that little bit of salsa, you've got the pepper, you've got the bit of spice, you've got the little bits of feta. And as you can see, we made our own homemade piping bag. This is such a good way to make a deviled egg. Easy, save yourself the trouble. Now, because I used salsa, I may have to make this little opening a little wider. Not a big deal. That's the fun of cooking. You just kind of get to experiment a little. So we're filling. We're gonna use as much filling as we have here to fill as many of these. This should do all 12, but I'm not gonna fill them all all in front of you. Ooh, look at that one. It's got a nice juicy piece of tomato from the salsa. We'll just do a couple more. And then I'm gonna show you how I garnish these babes. So once you get them all finished, find a really cool platter, a platter befitting of Cinqo de Mayo. I wanna take this, my chili powder. I'm going to very light dusting of that homemade chili powder on top of my Cinqo de Mayo. Get it? Cinqo de Mayo, mayo in the deviled eggs. We're gonna give it a dusting. And then a little more of the crumbled cheese, feta or COTIJA if you want to be super authentic. You could top this with a little bit of cilantro. Then we're totally taking them in a street corn direction. And the final thing that I love to do, we're gonna remove these guys so it looks like we've got our finished plate here. The final thing that I like to do, super fun, take some corn. So whether you grill it yourself on the barbecue or whether you just want to cook it on the stovetop, no one's judging. And just put a little piece of corn on the top of each one. Again, we are making these into street corn deviled eggs, all in honor of Cinqo de Mayo. For more recipes, you can go to Eggs.AB.CA. You can also give me a follow. You can find me megtucker.com, and you can also find me on Instagram at TuckerMeg. So there you have it, Cinqo de Mayo street corn deviled eggs. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.